The Oconee Performing Arts Society has played a pivotal role in shaping the cultural landscape of Lake Oconee. Through world-class performances, educational outreach, and community engagement, Opus continues to be a beacon of culture for many people like myself who call Lake Oconee my home. Today I have the pleasure of interviewing Opus Executive Director, Doug LaBrecque. Doug, thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Riezl.
And congratulations are in order. What a wonderful fundraising event that you hosted. Really a big success.
Thank you so much. We were really pleased. And we had a sellout crowd at Barrel 118 for a beautiful event. And we made a big difference in a lot of kids' lives that night.
My first question is, how does a successful fundraiser like that fit into the Opus's mission?
Well, I would say part of our mission is in the arts education field, and we present world-class entertainment to the Lake Oconee area, but part of our mission is to help kids in rural Georgia. And so an event like that, we focus it on all the things we do for kids. We fundraise for 5 different scholarships. We fundraise for our guest artists to do master classes. We do a major arts event each year. Last year we did 2 with the Virginia Repertory Theater. And this year we're going to do another one for the Black History Month, Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad. So definitely part of our mission is arts education. An event like that, that's what we call on people to help.
Doug, Opus has experienced increased success under your leadership. What would you say contributed to this success?
Well, I think there's a lot of factors. Just to give you a little reminder, I moved here during the height of the COVID crisis.
Correct. I remember.
Yeah, so people say you moved here at the worst time. And I think that was very telling about the support that Opus had and continues to have, is that people stepped up and stood by us. And we were able to do some events just virtually that were very well attended and very well supported. And we continue to have increased support in this community, and I'm so grateful. We've expanded our programming significantly. We have increased our arts education initiatives by 300%, and that's made possible by the Opus members.
Arts education is a key role for Opus, and I'm truly grateful for Opus' presence while my kids were growing up. Opus certainly gave them enriching and unforgettable experiences in the world of performing arts. Doug, how do you connect and engage with the local schools, the students, the educator, and promote arts education and their involvement in Opus's programs?
We're very fortunate to have wonderful faculty members, arts faculty members in this community. We've had a lot of success collaborating with the teacher. And once the teacher acts as a mentor toward the children, they're able to be drawn into Opus, and we've had life-changing experiences for a lot of these kids. It's just incredible. And you know from Remy's experience and Stu's experience, but we try to give complimentary tickets to kids for all the shows. We had a 2-time Grammy Award winner, Catherine Russell, was here 2 years ago. 2-time Grammy Award winner, Samar Joy, was here last year. They come into town, kids are able to get in to see these shows, and then they get to shake the hands with the artists, which is just a true inspiration. Lisa Vroman, the longest running Christine in Phantom of the Opera history, she came in, she worked directly with about 5 students in a master class in a room filled with like 50 kids. So all those kids, I'd say 30 of them, came to hear her sing, and they just got chills. They were in tears. They got to go backstage and they got her autograph. Now they identify with her, they follow her. So it's really been a successful program getting some of our artists into the schools.
You should have seen my daughter, Remy, at the Samar Joy concert. She literally sat there and she had tears in her eyes. What an amazing story, and what an incredible thing to bring Samar Joy here in Greensboro, Georgia.
Yeah, that happens every day across the globe, and we're seeing it happen right here in Greene County, Putnam County, Baldwin County. We're giving these kids access to the arts, and a lot of times direct access to the artists themselves. You know, I had a girl in high school, she says, how would I ever get the opportunity to meet a Grammy Award winner? wow, thank you so much. I got to work directly, one-on-one, with one of the greatest Broadway singers of all time.
Speaking of Broadway, I know how modest you are when it comes to your accomplishments. Many of our audience probably don't realize your impressive musical background. So can you give us a little insight into your background, especially your experience playing lead in Phantom of the Opera on Broadway for years?
Well, I'm very proud of the career that I've had. I started as a young man post-college, University of Michigan. Was in the cast of Les Miserables in San Francisco and Chicago. And then I got cast in the Phantom in the Toronto company and the Canadian National Tour, where I played the role of Raoul. And then did a Broadway show called Showboat in the original cast, which was the time of my life. The show won, I think, 5 Tony Awards. And the director is a very famous director named Harold Prince, who took me from Showboat, and I got the opportunity to play the Phantom in the Toronto company. And great, great chapter of my life being involved with Broadway musicals. And then I was fortunate enough to do about 125 different symphonies all over the world as a soloist, and started to produce and direct shows and hire other singers, and enjoyed that part of the field as well. And then when the job at Opus came up, it became a natural next step for me. So I'm proud of what I've done, and I'm proud of what we're doing.
And we're very, very fortunate to have you here.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you. It's people like you that get me up in the morning to go sit at a desk job.
Doug, what exciting shows and productions are in the Opus pipeline that you don't absolutely want our audience to miss?
Well, the entire 16th season. We open on September 29th. We're having the Augusta Symphony back to play country hits, the songs from Nashville. We've got 6 of the incredible musicians from Nashville with orchestral arrangements written by my friend who's won a few Grammys, Jeff Tyzik. That's our opening night. Reynolds and Opus work together on Rhythm and Brews. That takes place on October 21st.
It's always a fun event.
Always a fun event. Better Than Ezra and Tonic are the 2 groups this year. And then our big Broadway show, the big return of the Broadway Sings for Opus, excuse me, is in November, and we'll have Capathia Jenkins back with the conductor Jason Howland, who's Emmy, Grammy winner. He's the music director for Carole King's musical Beautiful and just the recent Broadway hit called Shucked. He'll be on the podium. And then, of course, December, Fa La La. We already have probably 90% of the tickets are sold, and the date of this interview here is September. So if you want to see Fa La La, you better get online now.
Get your tickets now.
And we're doing something really fun this year, Riezl. On February 14th, we're going to have Alex Mendham and his orchestra. He's the resident band at the Savoy Hotel in London. He's coming in, and we're doing a 1920s Great Gatsby themed romantic evening.
Fantastic.
It's the first time we've ever done anything like that. And so there'll probably be some Charleston dresses and some feathers, and that should be a great event. And then in March, you can check the dates on opus.org, opas.org. I think I'm not sure of the date in March, but it's Jumani Smith, who is the first trumpeter for Michael Bublé, if you've ever heard of him.
Of course.
Michael Bublé has hired Jumani for about 19 years. And if you go to Jumani, his website, you'll see Michael calls Jumani Smith down front during a Bublé concert, and Michael Bublé will sing backup from him, for him.
Should we expect Bublé to show up?
Bublé will not show up. I mean, we can beg him. We can get Bublé to buy a...
Please show up, Lake Oconee, Georgia.
There's lots of beautiful houses, Michael Bublé, for you to purchase at Luxury Lake Oconee. So Jumani he'll be as a part of our Opus Lounge series, which will be in March. And then we're going to end the season at Memorial Day.
Which is a blast.
It is a blast. We have, last year we had about 1,400 people.
Right.
In the beautiful farm at Oconee, which is a 200-acre farm owned by the Collins family.
A great family and patriotic event.
Patriotic, family, kids running around, flags being strewn, a full symphony orchestra. And this year we're celebrating the music of Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, Adele, some wonderful, wonderful talents
all my favorites.
Yep, with a full symphony orchestra. So anyway, I'm excited about the season, and I'm busy working on the 17th season now, trying to pre-plan for that. So we've got great things in store.
Absolutely, and we can't wait, Doug. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everything that you're doing for the community. Guys, we've got so many upcoming events here hosted by Opus, so go to opus.org for more information.